So I'm the MC today. My name is Abdurazak Days. I am a former social studies teacher at Minneapolis Public Schools and a journalist at Somali TV of Minnesota. Most of my work is community-oriented. So right now we want to invite Taageerada Yusuf Haji, candidate for Dakota County Commissioner. Please welcome with me Taageerada Haji Yusuf. Big applause, Taageerada Haji Yusuf. We want to start the event, and the first thing we start with is recitation from the Holy Quran to ground ourselves with our spiritual faith. And I would like to call Sheikh Anwar to give us some recitation. Sheikh Anwar, so do inshallah Quran ku bilawena.
ولقد آتيناك سبعا من المثاني والقرآن العظيم لا تمدن عينيك إلى ما متعنا به أزواجا منهم ولا تحزن عليهم واخفض جناحك للمؤمنين وقل إني أنا النذير المبين كما أنزلنا على المقتسمين الذين جعلوا القرآن عضين فوربك لنسألنهم أجمعين عما كانوا يعملون فاصدع بما تؤمر وأعرض عن المشركين إنا كفيناك المستهزئين الذين يجعلون مع الله إلها آخر فسوف يعلمون ولقد نعلم أنك يضيق صدرك بما يقولون فسبح بحمد ربك وكن من الساجدين واعبد ربك حتى يأتيك اليقين صدق الله العظيم.
I would like to call the second speaker, Benicia, the campaign manager for Yusuf Haji. Please welcome.
I've been with Yusuf for the past couple of months, and I've seen him go every day out there at the doors, really putting in the work and really just trying to just reach out to his neighbors and the community. He's really someone who truly cares about the community, and it really is working for the betterment of Burnsville. It really shows the amount of people here, really shows the amount of people that Haji has impacted in his lifetime. And this is only the beginning, hopefully, inshallah.
magacaygu waxaa la yahay Siyaad Cali waxaan ahaan jiray guddoonka waxbarashada Minneapolis Public Schools baan ka tirsanaan jiray waxaa runtii sharaf weyn ah maanta inaan halkan ka soo qayb galo oo aan taageero campaign-ka walaalkeen Yusuf Haji oo markii horena primary-ga doorashada qaybta horena aan qayb ka ahaa Yusuf Haji intaan ka aqaano 15 sano u dambeeyay waan aqaanay waa nin karti badan oo runtii dadka jecel inuu shaqeeyo qalbi wanaagsan markastana wixii looga baahdo community-geena markasta u qabta marka waxaan jeclaan lahaa si hagar la'aana inagoo isku dhan inaan walaalaha inaga maqan raadino oo campaign-ka dhaqaalana lagu bixiyo waqti la geliyo oo aan kursigan insha Allah ku dadaalo sidii aan u hanan lahayn xaafadan waa ku badannahay masaajid badan baa ku yaala ruga ganacsi baa ku yaala community-geenu xaggan buu u soo guurayaa baad moodaa fadlan aan fadhiga ka kacno walaalkeena aan garab u noqono ilaahayna waxaan ka baryaynaa inuu guuleeyo.
Next I would like to call Representative Kayla Berg 55B.
Thank you, everyone, for being here. When you're a candidate, you're always worried that nobody's going to show up to your event, so to see a full room means so much to Yusuf. So I first got to know Yusuf when he came to me with a bill at the legislature to fund the Somali youth program. And he was asking for $250,000. And as I listened to him explain the program, and I was really beginning to understand it, and we were talking about it, I said, you have to ask for at least $500,000. And so we're going to continue to work on that this next session. So I cannot tell you what an honor it is to be able to be a part of Yusuf's campaign. We've gone out and door knocked together a couple of times. He is a force of nature, and he lifts all of us up when we're tired and keeps us going with his endless energy. But my favorite story, when we were out door knocking, and he was in a different part of the neighborhood. And so we all kind of came back together at the end of door knocking, and he was all excited to tell me this story. And apparently, he had knocked on a door that had my opponent's sign in their yard. By the time Yusuf was done talking to the people at the door, they took out my opponent's sign and asked for mine. And I think that says about all you need to know about Yusuf. And one last thing I want to stress is that the person that Yusuf is running again is completely out of touch with our community. And she has been for a long time. And with Yusuf's energy, his roots in our community, look at this beautiful business that Haji and his wife opened up. And that's what we need representing us in Dakota County, somebody that understands the way that our community has changed and the vibrancy it brings to all of us. And the people of Dakota County, they deserve that representation. So truly, just thank you, Yusuf, for doing this. Thank you for bringing us into your amazing campaign, and I can't wait for you to win.
Next, I would like to invite Representative Liz Raya.
I met Yusuf when we were both at the DFL Senior Caucus, and we were both making our remarks about what we saw the future being, what was important to our community, what was important to our elders, and where we needed to go. And I knew at that very moment what a special person we were talking about and what I wanted to do to be able to support him. What I've seen since then is that he brings joy, he brings passion. I sat in a living room with him, with a lady who was talking about her concerns, and there could have been no one else in the world besides the two of them and me and our community talking about the things that mattered. And he made her feel so special. It was a thing of beauty. And I am so ready to see his opponent gone. The current commissioner loves the way things are and does not want change. She believes the world is as it should be, and I think we all know that there is so much more potential and there are so many people excluded from how things could be, and Haji will make that happen for us. So please help him win, help us all, bring him together, give, donate, volunteer, all of the things that it takes to get a candidate across the finish line.
Next in the line is, I would like to invite a friend of mine, whom we have went together as a fellow at Humphrey School of Public Affairs, Representative Bianca Viren.
Yusuf has so much energy, and I'm the newest DFL member, and I love my job, and when I see Yusuf, I'm like, he really loves this work. So I think, yeah, right? He is the right person for Dakota County. He is the right person for Burnsville. I got the privilege to call and remind people, get out and vote. Hey, vote for Yusuf Haji. Get out and vote, get out and vote. And I just hope that, as Liz said, it can be lonely. It's a lot of work. It can be draining. It's hard on your family. It's hard on your time. And everybody needs all of you, right? You guys, you look so happy and engaged, and that's what Yusuf's gonna need to get us across the finish line. So give up your time, make a donation, call your friends. We need to get rid of his opponent. So Yusuf, I look forward to working with you.
My name is Hodan Hassan. It's an honor to be here tonight supporting my brother Haji Yusuf. The reason why I'm supporting Haji is very easy. Haji is dedicated. He's dedicated to service. He's dedicated to his community. He is the most hardworking person I know, and he doesn't take no for an answer. And those are qualities that you need for your elected officials to have. Somebody who will fight for you, somebody who will show up for you, and somebody who will not take no for an answer. And that is what you get for Haji. Oh, okay, this is better. I don't have to scream. I was losing my voice there. So the reason why we're here tonight is three reasons, right? 3 reasons why we're sitting here tonight. Number 1 is for every single one of you guys to donate, because campaign costs money. These things that you see that has the print that says elect Yusuf Haji, they cost a lot of money. Those little things are very expensive. Everything, he has to pay his staff, he has to have canvassers who are door knocking, he has to, even the materials that people are using to door knock cost money, so campaigns cost money. Number 2 is for those of you who are from Burnsville area to vote for Haji. And not only vote, you gotta bring a friend, a cousin, somebody with you. And early voting starts September 20th, yep, so soon. And then the last and very important reason why we're here tonight is all of you guys to sign up to volunteer to door knock. So I really want you guys to not leave tonight without, don't leave without paying, and don't leave without at least signing up for one volunteer shift. And if you paid, please pay again. We need money. Okay, so that's for Haji, but I'll also say that for other elected officials from Dakota County who are sitting here, and for our presidential candidates, right? You guys did you watch the debate?
Yes.
Okay, all right. So if you watch the debate, then you know what we're up against, right? All of you guys seem like that you're immigrants, so you must be eating dogs. Yes. I mean, I'm sorry, but that was the most vile thing that anybody has ever said about a group of people. The most vile thing. That was racist, it was xenophobic, it was anti-immigrant. And that is who wants to lead this community. The most powerful, this nation, the most powerful nation in the world. So I really want you guys to think that every politician says, this is the most important election of your life. This is the most important election of your life. So I need you guys to remember to vote for your elected leaders in the state, and also to volunteer, show up, and get our governor to be the next vice president of the United States of America. And that is coming from somebody who's retiring from politics. Don't tell anybody. Thank you.
Next in line, I would like to welcome Dan Gustafson, council member of Burnsville City.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much for being here, and thank you for inviting me to be here at this event. I got here a little early tonight, and I sat at a table right back here, and this young man asked me if I've ever been to Africa. And I said, no, but I've been to Italy. And he said, well, you got a long ways to go. And then he went on to talk about in Africa how people don't drive a lot. Everybody walks. And when they're walking, they're talking to each other. And how happy people are in Africa, and how and how the family is a big deal to them, and community is a big deal in Africa. And I've gotten to know Yusuf, sorry about that, I got to know Yusuf the last few months. We talk almost every day, and I recognize that in Yusuf. That's what he'll bring to the county. He'll bring humanity to the county. He will represent all of us, and we all need representation. I urge you all to vote for him, and I urge you all to donate to his campaign. And if you can door knock, I agree, it's very important. You're going up against an incumbent, and that's hard work, but it can be done, and it needs the help of everyone in this room. So please vote for Yusuf, and let's make this happen.
waxaan ka socdaa Mulda Members Organization waxaanu nahay darawaliin labadii sano u dambeysay dagaalamayay si ay xaqooda u helaan Uber iyo Lyft alxamdulillah Hodon Maxamuud Faatax Samakaab Zainab iyo xildhibaano badan baan caawiyay dib badan baan soo marnay Yusuf qayb buu ka ahaa dagaalka haddii labada habeenimo la waco uu ku soo kacayaa tiraahdo gaari baa iga banjaray uu ku imanaya oo ku caawinaya marka caawa halka waxaan isugu nimi waxa weeye inaynu caawino number 1 oo lacag donate garayno waayo wax waliba waa lacag talabaad inaynu albaabada garaacno anigu hadda maalintii dhaweyd ee early voting-kii shaqadayda off baan ka soo qaatay hoolkan aan imi dadkan wacay dadkan soo qaaday waxaan geenay meesha laga codeynayo whole day marka inaynu nimaadno iska tagna maaha waa inaynu make sure isqorno lacagta bixino albaabadana garaacno
I would like to call next Christian, who is city council candidate for Burnsville.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. And it really is an honor to come speak before you. So thank you for the invitation. It is really an honor. I met Haji earlier this year. And the guy is just full of energy. I'll just have to repeat some of the things other people have said. He is just energy. And you know that he should be our county commissioner. The way he goes and he talks to so many people. He gathered 600 phone numbers. You know how difficult that is to make sure people get out and vote. That is awesome. That shows you that somebody is really dedicated to what they're trying to do. Every time I go to a door, knock on a door, I always bring Haji lit. I'm talking about myself. I'm talking about Kayla or Dan and Liz. And I always bring out Yusuf Haji. And every single time I bring out Yusuf's lit, they look at it and they say, oh, I've seen his signs. I know who that is. They don't ever see my signs. They see Yusuf's signs. They're everywhere. They're the well-placed signs. Both Haji and I are not, we're not supported by a party, so we have to fundraise on our own. We don't have as much money. So as much money as you can give to him would be very helpful in him getting over the hump to get through this race and finally beat that incumbent. Because I can tell you, she's got a lot of money. She's got a lot of people behind her. And the more people you can tell to get out and vote, the more people that get to the polls and don't feel intimidated, the better off we're going to be. And I'll tell you, if Yusuf Haji is our county commissioner, this is going to be a much better county, without a doubt. So again, thank you for letting me speak today. I really appreciate it, and I'm completely honored. Thank you.
Good evening. Assalamu alaikum. I didn't know I was speaking. This was kind of a shock. So, by the way, this is the first time I've been to these kind of things like politics and campaigning and things like that. So, I just want to say two things. So, my name is Yusuf Shafi. I'm with Alliance Wellness Center. So, we predominantly work with the East African community that are struggling with addiction and mental health issues. We've been around for about 10 years right now. Alhamdulillah, we've helped a lot of young people. So the way I met Yusuf Haji was, he was a very curious guy. He came to me one day, he said, I want to do he did a lot of media stuff. And he said, I want to do some outreach. I want to let people know about the work you're doing. I want to talk to people about addiction and mental health. And I'm like, okay, I guess that's fine. And we actually drove around and he did like a whole interview with me, and he's just a great guy. He does a lot of stuff for the community. So I'm asking all of you to please write some checks. I had a professor when I was in college who always said, funding drives practice, meaning money is how you get somewhere, because if you don't have money, then you can't pay people, then you can't do service. So I'm a huge Yusuf Haji fan. I lived in Dakota County. I went straight from Africa to Burnsville, to Nicola Junior High here in Burnsville. I started a restaurant in Burnsville, so my bank is upstairs right here in this building, Old National Bank. So like this is a big deal for me. So please vote for him, try to support him, give him some money, and let's have him win tonight. So thank you.
So about Yusuf Haji, representation matters, yo. The work I do, my brother does, who's sitting with me, is we're serving our community. And counties to city council to school board to everyone matters to us. Right now, as a community in Dakota County, we're not represented, as meaning that someone who understands not only our needs, but our assets and aspirations. Right now, our families, imagine if Somalis were in Burnsville or different places, what would the school district do? Majority of our kids are going there. The new workforce is there. Minnesota just had 1.1 million retirees of our American Minnesotans. We are the future of workforce, we're the future of Minnesota, yet no one is representing us. So don't kid yourself, we need Yusuf there, number one. Number two, what I like about him, you won't see me running around endorsing people, but him, he is a community organizer. He's someone who's on the ground, relationship builder, right? So let's get him there, give some money out, not some money, more money, please do. And congratulations, we'll be there with you.
I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you all for attending this beautiful fundraise dinner or snacks time for Dakota County Commissioner candidate, my brother Haji Yusuf. Haji and I come a long way. A lot have been said about him. His energy, the energy is not just from him. This is inborn, actually. He comes from a family of politicians, a family that has been working, that has worked a lot for liberation, a family that has been doing community service, elective offices, and it is in him, actually, it is in his gene. So thank you very much for all those who attended. Thank you very much, represent elected officials who are here tonight. Thank you for your support. I would like to only add one thing. They say, behind every successful man, there is a woman. Haji, the energy you are seeing, he has a strong woman behind him. And I would like to thank my sister. I would like to thank my sister-in-law, Anissa, who is here, who is seated. Please, Anissa, stand up, please, so that people can see you. That is the lady who made Haji what he is today. She's the one who put up this beautiful place. She's there for him, molding him, and actually be there for him all the time. We thank you very much. Without much ado, it is time to pay. It is time to support him. Soomaali waxay kuma mahad meel ho u baahan hadal kuma banaano marka hadalkayga waan soo gaabinayaa wax bixiya aan support garayno volunteer-ga ma arkino hala noqdo hala isqoro aad baad u mahadsantihiin salaamu calaykum.
Assalamu alaikum. Just want to talk about Yusuf today. I've known Yusuf for 18 years. We actually went to St. Cloud State together. The energy that he has today, he had it over 18 years ago. It's not going anywhere. I remember back in 2015, 2016, he opened the first Somali TV at St. Cloud State that covered in central Minnesota. So he's been doing community work for the last 18 years. We know you guys have seen his energy last couple of years, but he's had the same energy for the last 18, 20 years. So maybe he's not too old. So me saying that he's been doing this for the last 20 years. So I know he's gonna have this energy. Dakota County is gonna be very lucky to have him. I'm sure. know we need the representation in Dakota County, definitely. So we need you guys to open your checkbooks. Also, volunteer, door knock, please, calls, and I'm very sure he's gonna win, hopefully. So, thank you.
khayaaray waa mahadsantihiin magacay waa maxamed qani caawa waxaynu isugu nimid walaalkan Yusuf Haji inaynu taageero marka Yusuf Haji caawa taageero inooga baahan yahay walaalkan sidii xildhibaanadii hore kale markuu inoo soo baxo aniga waxaan ka tirsanaa groupkii u dagaalamahayay Uber iyo Lyft la dagaalamahayay baan kamid ahaa run ahaantii xildhibaanada hadday joogi lahayn Maxamed Nuur walaalkan Samagaab Hodan Xasan hadday meesha noo joogi lahayn runtii guusha aan gaarnay maanta meena gaadheen marka walaalkan sidaas oo kale waxaan rajaynaynaa inuu ku soo baxo kursigan uu tartamayo soo caawa laba arrimood baan iga baahanahay warqadaha meesha yaala qof walba inuu ka qayb qaato oo ruux uu ka tagin asagoo wuxuu bixinin insha Allah taala qodobka labaad hadhow markay soo dhowdahay doorashada iyadana inaan ka qayb qaadano.
All right, I just want to say a few remarks about who is Yusuf Haji is. I met him almost 10 years ago, and this brother is already doing the work as an elected official, but not elected official, but he's been doing advocacy when it comes to housings. He's been advocating when it comes to education, health. You know, he's been helping people, reaching out to the county, reaching out to the state representatives, sending us some emails. And you know the work that he has done in St. Cloud. If it wasn't this guy, St. Cloud integration would never happen in community, our Somali community in St. Cloud. He was the bridge connecting the East African community and the people of St. Cloud. When the community moved out there, a lot of people did not know it. You know, it happens every integration. So every community, when they move to new locations, they see a challenge, toughness. But he was not afraid to face that and close that gap. So I want you to clap for him one more time for that doing. And it comes to suburbs, Burnsville and Shakopee, and he's been continued doing the same work that he was doing in St. Cloud. So he mobilized, make sure that our representative is hold accountability. It's one of the things that he's been passionate about and advocating for Uber driver lifts. And he was reaching out every night, every day. He was at the Capitol saying where the bill's at. What can we do? How do we organize? What can we help you with? So we want to thank him for the leadership and the things that he has been taking. And anything that happened in Dakota County, if the community need, you know, we do have a problem. He's a problem solver. He's reaching out to our legislators and he's reaching out to the county commissioners and asking them this problem to be fixed within our community. So I want to thank him for all the work that he has done. But that's not, it's not over yet. The brother called me about a year ago and he said he's running. I say, absolutely, I'll be behind you 100% because I know we need elected officials who will be advocating on behalf of his community and the greater Minnesota and the people of Dakota and making sure that everybody will be treated equally. You're the right candidate. Go for it, and we will support you 100%. And we did support him. But you can help him 3 things. Number 1, he needs your vote. Number 2, you need to sign up a shift, a day or 2 or hour or 2 or whatever you can give to door knock with him so we can get people get out to vote. And number 3, you can donate. Donation, it helps him to send the flyers and lip bills, to reach out to individuals and make a phone banking, to hire more individuals that can do the grasswork for him. please, and please, make sure you donate those 3 things that you can help him, and make sure you help him so brother can be elected as the first Somali, East African, black man. He will make a history, and let's be part of that history. And one thing that I know, Brother Haji, his wife is a dedicated woman. She's always behind him. She always pushing him. And my brothers say, you know, success comes from a strong lady who's behind you. Continue, and you will win, and we're with you 100%. Thanks for having me here.
My name is Case. I'm the chairman of Minnesota DFL Somali Caucus, and I'm very excited to campaign with my friend Yusuf Haji. And it's really been 20 years friend and campaigning. And campaign is all about a grassroots and capital money. Those 2 things, if you get it, you're gonna win. And we have the number, and we all need friends, family, neighborhood, all of us to call. And the early voting will start September 27th. Oh, 20th, sorry. Thanks for Carol. And we want to get all the Somali residents in Dakota County to vote early. And that's the only way we can win and get him on the seat. I promise I will be working with you and bring all my team.
My name is Zedi Ogle, and I'm proud to be standing here. A lot of you guys have probably met Saeed in the recent years. I did grow up with Saeed, so I can proudly say I've known him all my life. And we fought a lot of battles. It's not that he's fighting right now. He was a fighter when he was little. He didn't like bullies and, you know, fought against everything and make sure that he had a voice. So I'm really proud of him. I've been a resident of Dakota County for the last 2 decades. I mean, almost. And we do need a representation. I've worked in the county. I'm still a member that works in the county. I'm very active in the community. But we do have a lot of racism, a lot of issues that needs to be addressed. We do elect you guys to listen, but that has not been hard. And people like me are misrepresented, you know? So we do need you guys to take action and pay attention. And with Saeed there, I think somebody who knows the community can relate and understand what the issues are. I think he will do a great job. So congratulations, Saeed, and I'm very proud of you.
My name is Mahmoud Noor. I'm a state representative representing Southeast Minneapolis and Cedar Riverside. It is with great honor and privilege to come and support my brother Haji. He is a fighter. He's someone who wants to represent everyone in Dakota County. He understands the needs of the people in his district. He's someone who is ready. The question to you all today is, are you ready to support Haji? If you are ready, I think you've had a lot of conversation. If you donated, there's more to be donated. Haji, is it 600 the maximum? Yes. There's 200 there. If you haven't donated 600, now is your chance to increase that amount. Because this election cycle, it's one of the most important elections in our lifetime. I'm sure you've had that many times. When people dehumanize immigrants, when people dehumanize others, when we know that from the top to the bottom of the opposition is to create division and hate and misinformation, the only way we can defeat that is to have someone like Haji sitting at Dakota County. The only way we can fight for freedom is to have someone like Haji over there. The only way we can get opportunities to succeed for our families to thrive is to have Haji there. Now let me tell you this. The election isn't on November 5th. The election starts in 6 days. Next Friday is the first day of early voting. You never know whether you will be on November 5th. So what I'll tell you right now, be ready, be organized, vote early, don't wait for the last minute. Dakota County is known to be one of the highest voting areas in our state. And if we want to win from the top to our state elected officials here, we really depend on you. In order to defend our future, in order to fight for our children, in order to build a better Minnesota, in order to build a better Dakota County, be ready to support our brother Haji. Let's go get our friends and brothers and sisters and neighbors to come out and vote early and often starting on Friday. Are you ready to do that? Are you willing to help? Are you ready to door knock with us? We are committed to go from one corner of the state where we know there are communities who look like us to turn them out. What we need you to is to donate and participate, because if you don't, no one else is here to be blamed but ourselves, and the future that we're fighting for will not exist because we failed to participate. Without further ado, I just wanted to welcome my brother, Haji, who is a champion and ready to fight for us. Please welcome with Haji, the next Dakota County Commissioner.
Thank you all. Thank you. First of all, I want to thank all of you for being here tonight. And why you're here is because you believe in me. But I'm going to walk out of this door later on this evening believing in all of you. Election or campaign or running, it's not an easy thing. It takes, nobody wants to run. A lot of people, majority of the people don't run for office. But the few who do, honestly, you have to say, we appreciate for coming up and saying, I want to run for office. Because now the responsibility is bigger. The challenge is even bigger. And that all is because you are motivated by something. Something pushed you to run for office. You want to change something. Or we can say you don't want evil in America. You know, you understand what I said. And people are running. People are running to stop evil, as you all know, and all of you are aware. So I want to tell all of you, thank you. I don't want to waste. People have spoken here and have said, they have told you. And I appreciate those kind comments. I appreciate those kind words. Those words kind of fuel me even more to be 10 times the energy bunny, as you call it, Energina bunny. You know. And I am going to, honestly, I have a speech, but I just thought that's not sometimes the real person, you know, talking to you on a reading something. I just want to speak from heart because that's who I am. I care about people. I honestly do. I never judge people. I never look down on people. I see everyone as a potential. I see everyone as an equal. And every chance I get, I always motivate people. I always want to inspire people. And when I see things that needs to be changed, I put myself right now by running an office because I want to see that change happen. I want to see that we are equal. I want to see that we can be inclusive of everyone. And the more I've come to talk to people, the more I see This is needed. We are needed in the county board affairs. We need to take our voice, our collective voice, to that board and fight for issues that are important to our people. And I'm talking about everyone in Dakota County, everyone in Burnsville. Challenges with housing and affordable housing, challenges with transit, challenges with resources. Some of our resources that need to come to Burnsville and most of our communities collectively in Dakota County don't get there because there's always someone there trying to. I'll give you an example. How many of you, and by the way, whatever I'm going to say should not be taken as a disrespect. I am just using it as an example. How many of you know about medieval castles? Medieval castles. If you know medieval castles, anybody know medieval castles? You know, in England, long time ago in England and part of Europe, they used to build castles. And in those castles, when they build the castles, they kind of build a protective barrier around the castle. And you will only have one big gate that drops down. And so if you're a stranger, you'll come to the castle and you'll be like, hey. And someone at the castle will say, what do you want? Who are you looking for? You're not welcome here. That is the kind of game that is being played at our Dakota County Board.
That's right. Very true.
Someone thinks that Burnsville is their castle. And when you step up and you want to enter, they ask you, who are you? What do you want? What are you looking for? Again, just an example, not to disrespect anyone. Those are the challenges we're dealing with. I have given you a very simple example of the kind of things that we're facing and how important this race is for me, for you, for us, collectively, to get on that and sit on that board and fight for our labor unions. Fight for our diverse collective communities who are not represented at that board. Fight for our families so that they can access all the resources that is there that someone is trying to keep it away from them, so each one of them can enjoy whatever is available for Dakota County and people can live here. People can live here, can work here, can invest here, can buy here, and be a better community for everyone. And I want you all to hold me accountable. I've been calling voters through my own personal phone numbers, and I've been telling them, here's my number, hold me accountable. I want to be accountable. I'm not running for office for name recognition. My name is beautiful though, right? Like Chris said, people know my name, so but that's not where I am. I'm passionate. I care. I care about people. I care about our youth and addiction and overdose and the death. It's affecting everyone, every family, collectively. All of us are victims. So I care. That's why part of my plan is to really invest in our youth, so we can get them to music, we can get them to sports, we can get them busy and get them out of the streets and get them doing something. Find them help, treatment, whatever it takes. Hand in hand, we work for safety, but also we need to take care of our youth, of the collective community. Our youth are going through some tough challenges, and we gotta listen. And we gotta give them every opportunity to heal and to be successful. That's how you build a community. So, I have a lot to say. You can follow more on what I want to say throughout this campaign. I do have a website, I do have a TikTok account, if you want to interested. And Haji.for Dakota. Go on my TikTok, follow, support. We got more of the messages coming out. But more than anything, I want to say, all of you, thank you so much. I'm not asking, I don't want you, when you leave, I don't want you to be broke, but don't leave anything on the, don't leave a lot, if you can. leave a lot. Just know I don't want you to be broke, but hey, leave some money, please. I do need it because these things are very expensive. The loan signs you see all over Bunzville are very expensive. I have to mail in 20,000 mailers. 20,000 mailers, that's my plan. Remember that I'm disadvantaged, and this is why? Because my name is Yusuf, right? And I tell Jean, I've told a few people here, I did have an Irish name one time. For those that don't know, I had an Irish name one time. You know, I came to America in 1999. And I did a lot of jobs. By the way, one of my first jobs, of course, working at the for Minnesota Vikings at the Viking Stadium. But the other job I did was, my first job was working at the Bunzville here in Home Depot. How do you know, what do you know today I'm here running for Dakota County Commissioner? Home Depot. I worked at Home Depot. They gave me a very hard job. It was winter, and they were telling me to kind of do some stuff outside in the cold. And I worked for 2 weeks, and then I quit, you know. So it was tough. But I'm just saying, you know. And so one of the jobs I did was working as a bill collector. I don't know if you know. A lot of good English-speaking people did this job of calling people up and asking them to pay their debt. And so I had some challenges when I called people and I say my name and they say, are you calling me from India? You know, so, and I'm like, no, I'm calling you from Minnesota. I had a little bit of an accent then. I don't know if I improved. I hope I did. I'm kind of trying, I think I have the Minnesota, yeah, you know, but I'll get it there. But, so these people will tell me, I'll call people all over America and they'll tell me, are you calling us from somewhere else? And I'm like, no, I'm calling you from Minnesota. It's like, we don't believe you, you know. But so I went to my manager and I told him, hey, I need a new name. I'm kind of having a challenge calling these bill collectors, and they keep telling me this. And he's like, what name do you want to come with? So I went home, next day I came back and said, I want to call myself Haji O'Brien. So Haji O'Brien has been my Irish name. And so I did that for about 2 years. But in this campaign, I'm not changing my name to Haji O'Brien. I'm keeping Yusuf Haji. I'm keeping Yusuf Haji, and I keep calling people, and that is one of my icebreakers, by the way. When I don't knock and I feel someone is kind of hard on me, I was like, I'm Haji O'Brien, man, you know, jokingly. But that's what it's all about, you know. At the end of the day, people who vote are people. They're you and I. They have issues. And so when Kyla and Representative Liz, yes, and Samagab and Mahamunur and all of them, when they're there representing us, they know, they talk to people. That's why they're there. By the way, I've heard today about Samagab, Mahamunur, all these legislators who did the Uber lifting. You guys are forgetting the people who voted are sitting here too. These are the people who voted. They got the votes. You have 2 people here that have voted. Actually 3, hold on, of course she's the boss. And 3. So, I know a lot of people are gonna watch this. You're out there, we got the media out here, we got one of the big media houses in Minnesota here today. And a lot of voters in Bunzville, in your district, Rep Liz Reyes, Kyla, and our guest, and Samagab, and Mahamunur. Yeah, they're gonna be watching this today and tomorrow. So I want to let you know that these are the people that brought in the votes for the good things that happened this past trifecta that we had here in Minnesota in a long time. So please clap. One thing I want to say. I want to take one thing I want to say it's political time. And we people are on a different issue. But I believe the DFL, or the Democratic Party, is an umbrella, a collection of a group of people that have come together to fight for issues that are important to all of us. Sometimes we might disagree. We might not agree on something. But disagreement should not be a division among us. Because why? Because we have a bigger threat in this country than just our own political divisions. So we need to forget that. We don't need to start all over, especially people who are minorities who are in the Democratic Party. We don't need to jump ship. We stay, get elected, and talk to our friends and teach and educate about issues that we care about. Not run away. We shouldn't be running away. This is an opportunity for us to sit down when we get elected. We sit down with our allies. I consider them as our allies. I consider everyone in the DFL as a friend. I consider we might disagree. It's okay to disagree. But if you run away or you get angry, you have to start all over again. And some people on that side, they really don't like you, honestly, and they make it very clear. So let's stay where we are. Let's run for office and then convince our friend that we can make a better world together. Thank you very much, Yusuf Haji. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you.